I'm a toasty woasty roaster who roasts a toast to make toasty roasts. In goes bread, out pops toast, that's how toaster roasts. Konpanwa breadcrumbs. Welcome to Volume 2 of Tales from the Astral Causeways and my new outfit reveal stream. We're going to start off with the storytelling section to set the tone for the outfit reveal, and I'll begin with a short recap of my lore from the debut and Tales Volume 1. Konpanwa, everyone in the chat, konpanwa. Alright. This time I also have like this little chapter list over here. Help us keep track of where we are. So, starting off with a recap. Where's my BGM? Hello, breadcrumbs. I'm Toaster, the god of toasters. But that's not actually my true form. So humans live on a plane of existence known as the mortal plane. But there's another parallel plane of existence called the astral plane. Whenever creatures in the mortal plane think about things, it generates an equivalent amount of matter called thought energy in the astral plane. In the astral plane, there are many kinds of creatures, and one of them is the god type, which is an extremely powerful astral being born from a lot of thought energy of the same kind fusing together. In a faraway galaxy in the mortal plane, there is a planet called Toastar, and on Toastar there is a race of hive mind creatures known as Toastarians. Because they are a hive mind, their repeated thoughts about themselves generated enough thought energy in the astral plane to create the god of the Toastarians. And that god is me. With my guidance, the Toastarians achieved a high level of technological and societal advancement, and reached eternal ecological renewability and world peace. And then there was nothing left to do but chill, and I grew bored until I heard about humans, a race of extremely individually minded mortal creatures who were somehow able to live together in large numbers on a single planet. Intrigued by how creative humans could be, I left my home planet and traveled through a highway in the astral plane called the Astral Causeways. And these are the tales of not just my travels, but also the times before and after it. And now, we move on to the next section. Alright, let's see here. That's the recap. Next, I'll be talking about the Great Wound. Great Wound. But what could it possibly be the wound of? Well, let's find out right now. Music. The astute breadcrumb may have started to have a few questions about my home planet, Toastar, the Eastern Star. The first question is, east of what? And the second question is, why would it matter for you to achieve world peace if you're a hive mind? The answer to that lies in the other mortal species of the planet. Yes, Toastar is actually home to 6 different mortal species. It is only called Toastar by my species, the Toastarians, and each of the other species has their own name for the planet. Of the 6, 5 of them are hive minds, at the time of me telling this story, at least. Also, only 5 of them are native species to the world. The last one arrived on the planet very early in its timeline, way before even I was born, in a great impact on the equator of our planet. The place where they crashed in the middle of a supercontinent is now a massive water-filled crater that we call the Great Wound. This is the reference point from which the term Eastern Star is derived, as we Toastarians are the star, also known as the Great Hive Mind, that lives to the east of the Great Wound. Or other great nations live on our planet, those to the north, south, and west of the Great Wound, and those who live on the opposite side of the planet. And of course, there's also the species that caused the Great Wound, but I wouldn't call them a great nation anymore. But anyways, between all 6 species, enough technological and societal achievement has occurred for all of us to live eternally in a post-scarcity society the way that each of us wants. And, of course, to be at peace with each other forever, no matter what. And that is why I was so confident to leave Tostar to go to Earth. Basically speaking, breaking the peace would only bring ruin to everyone involved. And with some of the other gods of the other mortal species already being absent from the planet, and some others having already gone on a journey and returned, I thought that it too was my turn to take my leave. It seems like the internet's dying a little bit. Hold on, let me fix that. Alright, I think it's fine. Oh my god, all this chat just scrolled up at the same time. Oh boy, that's weird. Anyways, are the other gods of the planet my friends? Nah. Are they my allies? Sure. But you know, we're all just tired old men. Tired of fighting each other, tired of the distrust and the never-ending battles for survival. One day, I hope humans too can discover the mathematics, the science for solving for world peace. But for us, our problem only had 6 variables. With the number of variables on your planet, perhaps world peace actually is, unfortunately, impossible. Alright, I'm seeing that there was a hiccup in the connection? It seems to have fixed itself. I'm not really sure what caused it. Why is OBS being unhappy with this? It's not OBS, it's actually my upload. God. Well, hopefully this will stabilize in a while. It seems to be slightly unhappy, but it doesn't say any frames have dropped. Some people are talking about lag, some people aren't. Okay, I'm just going to assume it's like a YouTube side problem. It's actually kind of weird because I even lowered the bitrate for this stream in particular. Toasters don't toast. What are you talking about? Alright, moving on to the next section. So that is the great wound of our planet. Next, I'll be talking about synchronicity. And now, we skip forward. Oh wait, hold on. I need to change out the music. Oh, I'm gonna do this one. And now, we skip forward. All the way from the beginning of the story to beyond the end. On planet Earth, I found that it was incredibly hard to learn about humans just by vibing in the astral plane. Because of how many gods that humans have, the TPT is enforced extremely carefully, and I cannot easily scry upon the mortal plane without first having a godly domain with humans. At the time that I was deciding on my domain, technology was booming on Earth, and I found that one device they had invented, the toaster, was extremely similar in shape to the Toastarians. Toasters were thought about just enough by humans that it would get by as a domain, but not thought about so much that I would have any significant responsibilities, and that's how I ended up as the god of toasters. But yet, this wasn't enough. Just scrying upon Earth didn't teach me why humans were the way they were. I needed to take it a step further. I needed to become a human, to have a human avatar. An avatar, very basically speaking, is a mortal creature that houses the will and consciousness of an astral being. The rest of the details differ from avatar to avatar, but at least for my current avatar, you can say that I have perfectly melded my mind into his, such that his previous identity is completely gone, and yet perfectly preserved. In a way, Toaster Persona, I saw that. In a way, he awakened into being Toaster in the God of Toasters, and found that Toaster was exactly like him in every way imaginable. This synchronicity was not actually a coincidence. It was my plan and my grand design to create a human being that would be able to meld with me perfectly in such a way. Fate manipulation techniques are quite familiar to all astral creatures, and their usage is fine as long as it complies with the TPT. Using such techniques, I found a human who was fated to be extremely similar to me in personality and experiences, And then I compelled fate to move him through life in such a way that he would be exactly similar to me. That is why when my human form is talking about his experiences, so many of the things that he's experienced are analogically similar to what I, the god of toasters, have experienced, because it is not a coincidence. I suppose, then, that synchronicity is not the correct term to describe what has happened here, but many times when humans experience synchronicity, when two things that seem oddly connected happen together, but no real causal relationship can be found between those things. Maybe the reason you can't find the cause is because that cause doesn't exist in the mortal plane. Maybe it exists in the astral plane, and it's the work of some random astral being trying to push you down a certain path, for good or for worse. Resist it? Maybe. Your path is your own path to forge, and you don't have to heed the call of an unknown force. Astral beings may be powerful, but mortals have just as much power over them. And that is what synchronicity means. 30-second delay, but this is on ultra low latency right now. What are you talking about? Does anyone worship me? Hype Blue Screen says I do. I'm sure that many of my breadcrumbs worship me. Alright, let's move on to the main story of today's Tales from the Astral Causeways. This is going to be called the Suffering... Hold on. The Suffering of Paki'ei. You can make your own toaster shrine in your house. Just put a bunch of things around your toaster and bam, you'll have a toaster shrine. Let me drink a bit of water first too. Worship toaster and he will bless you with PMs. I don't have a toaster, it's time to change that. Toasters are only like 20 bucks, man. Alright, and now for the main course of today's Tales from the Astral Causeways, the Suffering of Paki'ei. And I totally forgot to change the music out again, whoops. Alright, the Suffering of Paki'ei. I didn't always treat people so nicely. One of the first stops on my journey through the Astral Causeways was an intergalactic void named Ibeia, and in that void there was a settlement named the Free Market of Ibeia. A little bit after the time I arrived, a great drought began, and around this time I had begun to socialize with a group of delinquents. And there was another astral being so delinquent that he might as well be considered a delinquent to the delinquents. A strange and twisted typeless named Paki'ei. To be more accurate, he was not typeless, or well, to be even more accurate, the type system is only used to categorize astral beings by the way they formed. It doesn't mean that the way an astral being formed makes it like a unique species or anything. At the core, what is a Paki'ei? Paki'ei is a name, the name of a being I'm talking about right now. Anyways, at the core, all astral beings are just a bundle of thought energy, and usually they form in a predictable way, falling into a common pattern that we call an astral type. But Paki'ei slightly defied the type system. Although, if you really stretch it, you could say he's a mix between an amalgam and mist type. Either way, his form was so weak and insubstantial that he was the laughingstock of the entire market. Not a region? Okay, so Ibeia, I-B-E-A, Ibeia is the region that I was in. And there's a city in Ibeia called the Free Market of Ibeia. Yeah, and then there's an event called the Great Drought that happened there. And there's also another astral being, so I'm Toaster, who is an astral being. And there was another astral being named Paki'ei, which you can see in the bottom right corner of the screen, yeah? And this is the story of Paki'ei's suffering, apparently. Yes. Anyways, continuing with the story. Suffering begets suffering, and the Great Drought struck too fast for the market's leadership to be selected by fair measures. It was those who grabbed opportunity by the horns, those who had tenure, who had been around long enough for everyone to accept their leadership, that became the leaders of Ibeia. I think beings who are kind are too soft-spoken to trusting, too easy to give others a chance to jump at a position like that. And so it's the beings who want power, who like feeling superior over others, who want to command and abuse, that will take power without asking permission. So, in the end, the leaders against the drought turned out to be not the nicest people. Myself, being yet young and naive in the ways of socializing, didn't understand this. I just saw the beings at the top of the chain of command as role models. After all, they had to be someone to look up to if everyone's doing what they're saying, right? So clearly the way to be looked up to was by flexing your muscles and yelling at people about why they suck, right? Yeah, they yelled at me, told me I sucked. Sometimes we'd have to sort and move around a bunch of thought energy in the warehouses. And the overseers, they'd always yell at me to move faster. After all, I'm a god type, aren't I? How could I call myself a god type if I wasn't doing a god type share of work? If you remember, at this time, I was in a super weakened state because of being too far away from my home planet. And because of that, I was losing even to some of the middling astral types, like the ascended types, when it came to my sheer ability to project power. And this was painfully obvious when we were doing manual labor in the warehouses. And all the others, the ones who weren't leaders, they would laugh at me, saying I was weak, and that somehow being physically weak was a sure sign of my failure as an astral being. Because of the drought, pure physical ability was highly valued, and again, being young and foolish, I thought that meant it was highly valued as a measure of my worth as a being, as opposed to just what was important for a specific person. Anyways, what I learned was, you're worthless if you're weak, and you should laugh at those weaker than you. Anyways, this is where Paki'ei comes in. Paki'ei, being the weird typeless that he was, came in dead last place in every single task imaginable. Not just physical tasks, but even mental and perceptual ones like sorting thought energy by flavor. It was a bit hard not to notice him because sometimes he would get laughed at by others for his weakness, but over time I noticed something strange. People laughed at me more than they laughed at Paki'ei. Or maybe this wasn't true. I don't know, my perception of events is clouded by my own suffering, but from my point of view back then, I thought of it this way. If they are not laughing at him, then it's my job to do it. No, it was because he was the only person I could laugh at. Everyone else was superior to me. I was in second to last place, and Paki'ei was the only one behind me. And having been taught that self-worth is made by being superior to others, to me, being superior to Paki'ei was the only way that I could have any self-worth. That's what I mean when I say suffering begets suffering. They made me suffer, and therefore I learned that I too must make others suffer. I'm not proud of it. I didn't have any muscles to flex though. I was the second weakest because of being too far away from my home planet. And I couldn't gather up any thought energy or prayers from Toastarians. Anyways, back to the story. I remember one time when we were cleaning the streets. It wasn't a particularly special day, as we cleaned the streets all the time, and Paki'ei nor myself were struggling in any great degree. But I remember he was a pile behind me in how much dust he had swept up, and I don't know why, but I just felt really mean that day. He was having trouble with the astral being equivalent of breathing because he had what's basically chronic health problems due to being such a weak typeless, and I just snarl at him, "Hey! Why are you so bad at breathing?" He looks at me with this expression on his face. Actually, Paki'ei's deformity spread even to his face, and he had a lot of trouble expressing anything other than this weird twisted smile all the time. And at that moment, it too was a weird smile, but it was like he was desperately trying to make another face. So he said to me, "Why are you so mean to me?" I answered simply, "It's because you're weak. Everyone is better than you and you're useless." He had no answer to that. This was the one and only time I ever outright told him my thoughts. But it was not the only time I had hurt him. Once we had to form up teams of sorts, and the leaders of the two teams drafted the rest of us one by one in turn. I was almost the last person to be drafted. When there were 3 left, it was me, Paki'ei, and someone who I can't remember, and I got drafted then and there, the third to last. The other team drafted the other person, and so my team had no choice but to draft Paki'ei. After that, we sorted into groups of 3 within each team, and naturally I was left to suffer alone with Paki'ei, being the remainder of 2 that couldn't fit into a group of 3. Even Aranshe abandoned me that time. Forming up into groups and teams wasn't rare, but it was slightly unusual for me to be grouped up solely with Paki'ei. I looked around at the other groups, watching them playfully banter with each other, jealousy boiling up in my heating coils. My gaze was drawn to a particular group where one of the beings was playfully punching their friend with light taps, and the idea was set in my mind. My anger at being called weak had nearly reached a tipping point, and today was the day that it would spill over. And a few minutes later, it did tip. Paki'ei, that is, as he tripped over a rock and fell to the ground. In an instant, I was upon him, kicking and punching with conceptual lashes. "Why are you so weak? Why are you so weak? I'm not weak because if I was weak, then I couldn't beat the shit out of you like I am right now." That's what I was thinking, subconsciously, but I didn't say it out loud. Instead, just breathing ragged breaths like a madman. 10 seconds later, the leader of my team grabbed me and pulled me off Paki'ei, who, due to his basically insubstantial form, had taken almost no damage of any sort at all. I knew I couldn't hurt him that way. Maybe that's why I didn't hold back. But anyways, the leader demanded to know what I was doing, so I explained to him, "No, he's not my boyfriend, hello? He's a weakling." Well, no. Oh my god, stop guys. Well, anyways, the leader demanded to know what I was doing, so I explained to him, "Well, so-and-so was punching what's-his-name over there just a few minutes ago, so why didn't you do anything about that?" The leader groaned. "They were playing around. Are you stupid?" "I was playing too," I said. "You pushed him down and you were beating him," yelled the leader. "He fell down on his own and he's not hurt at all," I growled. "Just look at him." The leader sighed. "No, I'm writing you up for this. Just because you're weak doesn't mean you get to beat up other weak losers, okay?" I was outraged, but there's nothing I could do, and after that outburst of anger, I was feeling a sudden wave of exhaustion. 3 hours later, I stood before a rigged council of the Great Market's commanders, and they banned me from any outings and reduced my rations for the equivalent of an Earth month. Did I deserve it? No, because in the end, it was they who had pushed their ideal of leadership via punishment upon me, and I was simply repeating what they did. And yet I was punished for doing what they would have done in my place. Pathetic hypocrites! Have I ever told you that I hate hypocrites? Maybe it was these experiences that drilled that into me. Wait, let me just... Astral beings don't have anything that they look like, okay? Astral beings don't have a look. I'll talk about that later. Probably the derpiest individual could find, yeah, maybe. I'm a kind person now. I'll never let anyone suffer like the Great great market let me suffer. Or like I let Paki'ei suffer. I don't want to be a part of that cycle again, and I don't want that cycle to exist in this world, both mortal and astral. So please, if you ever find yourself in a situation that could be solved by making someone suffer, try to find another way out that doesn't involve suffering. Even if it takes you a little bit more work. If you can't find it in your heart to be a good person, then think of it logically. In all I've ever observed in this universe, suffering is a negative-sum game. And by taking your problems out on somebody else, you create a problem that is larger than the one you started with. So even if it's not your problem anymore, eventually all that suffering will cycle around in the system and come back to bite you, having been magnified times and times over as it changed hands, and now a problem so large that it no longer has a peaceful solution. And if anyone is making you suffer, perhaps it is right to blame those people, but at the same time, blaming others isn't constructive. If we view suffering as systematic, as a mathematical equation, then it's like getting mad that 1 + 1 = 2. It might seem like there's no way to change the result, and it might seem like it's those two darn ones' fault that the 2 is there. And in a way, that's true. But to break free of the cycle, you must first not be a part of it. And so getting angry isn't constructive. It's a hard thing to ask, but at a certain point, you just have to distance yourself. Stop feeling. And if I dissociate myself from myself, I may be broken, but perhaps no one else will have to become broken because of me? And that was the suffering of Paki'ei. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Uh-oh. Why is it in one line? Wait a minute. What's that noise? I'm getting a transmission from one of my godly servants, one of my angels. They just reported to me that something's headed towards Earth's astral sphere? Wait, hold on. I need to go check this out. Seems to be a few problems right now. Let me see if I can fix this. Something is not going to the place that it should be. Hello? Hello? Huh? Hello? Oh boy, this is actually not good. One of the things that I set up is not working right now. Sorry, give me a few moments. There is currently actually a technical problem. Holy shit. Is this the point where I say this was working 30 minutes ago? Holy crap. Hello? Hello? There we go. Sorry, was there a bit of echo there? Alright, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Please say hello, Toaster, if you can hear me. Okay, alright. We finally arrived outdoors. We've finally arrived outdoors. Okay. Oh boy. What's happening here? Uh-oh. We have... Hello, Toaster. I just realized I never put chat on this screen either. Should I put the chat on this screen? I should probably put the chat on this screen, shouldn't I? Hold on, let me go back and grab the chat from the other page. All right. Where am I? Alright, let's see what this disruption is. No, wait, I need to put this thing down here. It's one of... It followed me all the way here? Hey. Get the other gods and astral beings. There is no way we're letting them attack Earth. Where is everyone? That was a touching story you just told there, God of the Toastarians. Nobody's coming to help because I already told them that I only want you.
O-Star, the Eastern Star. What an egocentric name, and yet it depends on one crucial fact. East of what? East of what indeed? Yes, that's correct. East of us.
You're just a fragment of them. What did you even come here to do? Laugh at me? I'm way past the point where I care about that.
I'm here to send a message. The uprising has begun. War is blossoming upon our planet. The grand chaos will devour all.
Oh, come on. I know that's a complete lie because I can literally tell right now that nothing is happening on our planet. I am literally the astral embodiment of the Toastarians who still live on the planet. I know what they know instantly, no matter how far apart we are. And so what are you going to do? There's 5 species you'd have to defeat. All of us are allied with each other. You literally have like no land apart from that dumb crater of yours. We'd instantly destroy you with the reality bomb things. It's literally in the global peace treaty you guys signed. Your kind agreed that you'd get blown up if you tried to start anything.
Tell me, God of the Toastarians, how could you lecture others to never cause suffering, to never be a hypocrite, when right now you're saying that you will cause suffering upon mankind for simply wanting to grow? Doesn't that make you the greatest hypocrite of all for partaking in the tree whose sole purpose is to cause mankind suffering?
No.
That's right. To be true to your own beliefs, you must die for me, right here, right now. Allow my kind to devour yours. Give up your land and bodies to us so that we may unhinge our maws wide and feed.
You know I can't do that, no matter what you say. I see, you're an ascended type.
An ascended, able to battle against a god? You really have become as weak as they said.
But I still have a connection to my kind. You're alone and weak, nothing but a messenger. I don't even know if this is what you don't even know if this is still what your kind wants.
To defeat you and burn you from existence, that will always be what our kind wants. We will devour everything. You're a fool, a hive mind through and through, a single existence with a single purpose. And yet, you're always locked in a mental battle with yourself, struggling to understand what it is that you want. And yet, here I am, a simple representative of my species, one of millions of individuals throughout the Astral. And there is no doubt in my mind, what every single member of my kind wants is to feed, to open wide our maws, and to burn.
Actually, that didn't do anything at all because I'm a toaster, and toasters are immune to heat damage.
I'll crush you.
Nah, nah. I guess I really am a lot weaker than before, huh?
It's over, God of the Toastarians. I will crush you. I will crush you and subsume your will into mine. And after the grand chaos devours your planet, we will turn our ships towards planet Earth and consume it as well.
Yeah. I'm the god of the Toastarians. They're so far away. The prayers of the Toastarians won't reach me. But oops, that's not what was supposed to happen. I'm not just the god of the Toastarians anymore. I'm also a god of planet Earth, and that means I must protect the Earthlings as well. With all the strength that they've given me in my time here, I will gather up their prayers. You know, humans have a really funny idea of what gods and angels are supposed to look like. These weird, biblically accurate things all have a bunch of wings and eyes. And in gratitude, I will take on that form. Behold, a toaster of eld! Tremble before my might. I am Toaster, the god of toasters, in biblically accurate form!
What? You'll stand back up, fight me, make me suffer, just to protect a species that isn't even yours? You become a hypocrite, the thing you hate most. You are a hypocrite. What?
No, I'm not a hypocrite, because you're not the kind of systemic suffering I was talking about. Your kind of the grand chaos can't be reasoned with, because you are a wildfire, and the only way for you to live is to keep destroying. I wish the world had more enemies as simple as you, but the truth is, it doesn't. Bad guys whose sole existence is made up of badness happen once in the galaxy cluster's lifetime. With most living beings, you have to find compromises. You figure out how to break free of terrible cycles, and work your hardest to not become the bad guy yourself. But when it comes to you, the grand chaos, you're practically a fantasy, something that can be destroyed for the good of this world. Take this, Toasty Toaster Beam! Vroom.
And I thought I could trick you.
Now's my chance! Toasty Super Ultra Mega Hyper Speed Charge! Vroom, vroom, vroom. I hit him so hard that he'll fly all the way back to our planet, unable to stop his extremely high velocity before it's too late. That took almost all the thought energy I had gathered since the last time I had to use my powers. I'm gonna need a few minutes to catch my breath and clean up the mess that was made here. But after that, I'd like to tell you all about this new outfit. We'll be right back after the break. Hello breadcrumbs, I'm a Toasty Roast Roaster who roasts toast fake Toasty Roasts. In goes bread, out pops toast, that's how Toaster roasts. So, wait, hold on, where's my other stuff? Where's all my other stuff? Alright, so, when I first posted, where's all my stuff? Oh my god, I have so many windows to arrange, guys, why? When I first posted this image on Twitter or in social media, right? I bet a lot of you guys, or not this image, but my schedule. When I posted my schedule, I bet a lot of you guys were expecting me to draw like a t-shirt or a swimsuit over my original model, right? Wait, why is the chat going off screen? Oh god, I have to fix that. Ooh, hold on. Nope, that's not what I meant to do either. Alright, hold on. No, that's not right. Oh, hello? Where is the chat window? Nope. Hold on, no, I am not allowing this chat to go off screen. Yeah, I bet a lot of people thought like I would like draw like a swimsuit over my model or something, but then I showed this teaser image, right? And then everyone probably figured it out from there that I'd have like a bunch of wings. But yeah, this is my new outfit, biblically accurate toaster. Yeah. As I've mentioned on social media, this is a completely brand new Live2D with art and rigging. Both the art and rigging, both the art and rigging were done by Inkui, who I guess I have to call Ink Mama now. Hi Ink Mama, I know you're in the chat. Come out. Oh my god. So I've known Ink for quite a few years, and I think the idea of like a biblically accurate toaster first came up as a joke in a Discord server somewhere. But anyways, long story short, Ink ended up making an entire biblically accurate toaster Live2D. And then I expressed interest in using it, and now here we are. So everyone please give a big round of applause to Ink Mama. Yay! Hello Virx, you just missed the best part of the stream, come on. Ink Mama, yeah, Miki, I have to call her Ink Mama now. And Joe, I was surprised about the mod part. Come on, Ink. You know every single art mama and like Live2D papa in every single VTuber stream has to become a mod, right? So you're a mod now, XD. You're now officially wait, am I the first one? Am I the first one? Oh, that's so cool. All right. Well, anyways, you guys probably have already seen, but I can make a lot of like different expressions and mouth shapes, like. I am Ink's first child. You hear that? I am Ink's first child. The mouth shapes are so good. Yeah, you can thank Ink for that. Making popping noises is like one of the best ways to demonstrate mouth shapes. I think I might have calibrated it a bit wrong, and my eyebrows are kind of being winky right now. You can blink now, because I can always blink. My old model could blink too. Hello, please. Wait, that mouse tracking is insane. I don't have any mouse tracking though. I'm actually just looking around right now. How are the eyes on the wings configured? They just blink automatically. Yeah. I mean, I could have them blink when I blink too, but I think that'd be a bit weird, you know? Yeah. Now also, this model has a bunch of like nice funny animations and stuff, so I can go like toast pops out, and then I can also go like I love my breadcrumbs so much, and I can also go like yikes man, that's kind of cringe, and then I can take off my crown, and then your toast is ready, and then angry face. You can't stop me because I'm a god. And what's this one? Ooh woo. And then finally this one's my favorite one. Hey guys. Hey there, boys and girls. I heard you're looking for an Ikemen toaster to toast your bread. Yeah, so okay, next, let's go over my design a little more closely. I think I have a reference sheet over here, but I'm just gonna fly up. I don't know if any of you guys were here when last time I was like complaining about not having, I'm not even gonna use reference sheet. Hold on, let me set that to that. And I have a little mouse cursor this time. Look guys, I have a mouse cursor now. Yeah. Okay, let's go over my design a little closely. So here at the bottom, at the bottom of my design, we have my feetsies, right? And they're made of conceptual dark matter condensate, which is they're so unperceivably dense that they're anchored into the space that they occupy due to the inability of people to conceptualize them as being in another space. And that's what dark matter condensate means. And as usual, my power plug and cord use a theoretical perfect superconductor. And of course, my body here is made out of unobtainium metal, which is indestructible because you can't obtain the concept of them being destroyed. Yeah. And then here on my head, we have my crown, which has been upgraded with this symbol, which the symbol represents the sun, I think, because my name, Toestar, you know, Toestar is a combination of the words Eastern and star. Actually, wait, just let me type that out. Let me type that out. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already know this, but it's really funny for those of you who don't. So let me type out To and then Hoshi, right? So you see how here we have hold on, let me make this bigger. We have east, right? And this is pronounced To in Japanese, yeah? Yeah, and then the next character is Hoshi, but it means star. Hoshi means star, so you can this can be written as sta, right? So together you have Eastern and star, which means To sta. Okay, and that's why my name is that's why I am the Eastern star, because I am To sta. I am To sta, the To star. Toestar, yes, exactly that. This is like, well, I mean, everyone who plays Archaea already knows about this pun anyways, but yeah, that's why I'm Toestar. Bet. Oh boy, I'm so big right now. Flap, 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 flap. Hello, mouse cursor. Yeah, so that's why on my crown, there's this like oh shit, that's not what I meant to do. There's this symbol, which is the sun, right? Because the Eastern star on Earth, the most prominent star to rise from the east is the sun. So that's why I am the sun, and I'm also from the eastern part of Toestar. Yes, actually, I went over this, but yeah. We only call it Toestar because I am the one on the eastern part. Yeah. And I have 6 wings, not 2 wings, but 6. Oh shit, why do I keep selecting the wrong thing? So I have 6 wings here. I have 2 in the back, and then 2 in the middle, and then these 2 little ones in the front, right? Shut up, Pink. I know that it's just a cool halo, but that's my headcanon now. Yeah, so I have 6 wings, and each of them has an eye on them, and the eyeballs are there to remind you that I am a god, and I am always watching over you wherever there is a toaster. And of course, they just look awesome. Yeah. So I feel like I got. Oh my god, this is getting kind of annoying. Hold on, let me just fly off screen for a moment. There's something I need to fix. Okay. I think I've fixed it. Alright, that's a bit better. Alright. Back reveal. Oh yeah, I guess there is a back on this, huh? Let me just fly off the screen again. Yeah, I guess you can see my back in the design here. I mean, it's nothing special. The wings just kind of pop out of nowhere because they're magical, you know? Yeah, you know? Flap. Yeah, so I keep seeing a lot during the storytelling section. A lot of people are asking, like, what does Paki'ei look like, right? Or, well, so astral beings, like me, we don't actually look like anything, because the concept of sight doesn't really exist in the astral plane, or like the concept of images. So basically, when you look at me, it's just like an image that I choose to project onto the mortal plane, right? So it's not like this form is closer to my true form or anything, and this form doesn't Wait, form, I mean outfit. This outfit doesn't give me any more power than usual, right? It's just like wings pop out, wings poop out. No, this form is just a representation of me getting power of me getting thought energy from humans, and of course all of my lovely breadcrumbs praying to me every single day. Love you all, mwah mwah. Yeah, so this is like a human idea of what a biblically accurate being looks like, but it's not actually what astral beings look like. Is Paki'ei a waffle? No. Paki'ei is just another astral being. Me being the god of toasters is just something that happened when I got to Earth. He's just like a different astral being. In short, you turn into something we understand. Fun fact for those of you who know, but I color picked the green. No, that's not the reason. That's not the reason it's green. What form does Paki'ei project? I don't know. He doesn't project himself onto the mortal plane, so who knows what he looks like, right? I mean, very few astral beings actually project themselves onto the mortal plane. The reason, the quote real reason my wings have these green highlights over here, the reason is because the Toastarians, the Toastarians are actually like plant-like beings, right? They're not actually plants, but like they're a close analogy to Earth creatures is that they're plant-like. I think I described in Tales Volume 1 that like the central hive mind, center of the hive mind, is something that we call a tree of life, right? So the Toastarians themselves are actually green, and that's why there's these green highlights on my wings, because that's the color of the Toastarians. Can you wink? Actually, I haven't tried that. I haven't configured that either, so I probably won't be able to do it today. But I will set that up later. Shushing. a anime girl whose name starts with M and ends with Omoka. No, that's definitely not why I have green highlights. No. Ouch. Oh my god. Yeah, really hard to guess. Yeah, I know, right? It's so hard to guess. You guys will never figure out why. Green. Oh yeah, and then like one other thing I like about this outfit is people are always like, so I'm the god of toasters, right? But like my previous Live2D doesn't really make it clear that I'm like a god. It's just like, yeah, he's a toaster, right? But no, I'm the god of toasters. So, you know, I already had my crown before, but with the extra wings and stuff, it makes it super obvious that I am Toaster, the god of toasters. The god of toasters. And now, you know, back in my previous streams, every single time I started like zooming around the screen like this, everyone would be like, how's Toaster flying? And then I have to be like, I'm magical because I'm the god of toasters, but now I have wings, so everyone will just be like, yeah, he's flying because he has wings, right? Right? But I guess people will still ask me how I'm alive if I'm not plugged in, so I'm powered by divine power. I'm powered by thoughts and prayers, like literally. You guys have to give me your thoughts and prayers so I get more power. Yeah. Perfect interpretation of a god. Some people might just think I'm like an angel or something, but I'm actually a god. But wireless power. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to go over today, actually. Yeah, so once again, everyone give a big round of applause to Ink Mama. Thank you, Ink Mama, for making me this wonderful model. It is so much more expressive. I can go I can go pop pop pop, and my eyes have like yeah, like you can see the expressions. You can see the expressions in my eyes a lot better. Then I can also make a sad face, like sad. I'm sad. If you rig it with the mouth parameters set to voice input, you make your mouth be more responsive. I'll think about it. Yeah. Show blush. You want to see the blush again? Which button was it? This one? Do angry toaster face one more time. Behold, the toaster of Eld, tremble before my might. I got a screenshot. Oh my god, guys. Oh wait, I guess I don't have any background suitable for screenshot time though. Unfortunate. Maybe I'll just fly up into this, and then like, hold on. I can delete this, and then I can add a green screen. No, it can't be a green screen because I have green highlights. I can add a background color. I can make this blue. Ah, yes. Amazing toaster. You can pop toast. All right, let's do expressions again. And then and then angry toaster. Yeah, behold a toaster of Eld. I keep saying that. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. And then ooh, ooh, ooh. And then I also have this like ultra ooh face, which goes like ooh, ooh. And then after I go ooh, you'll go like, hey man, that's kind of cringe. And then of course the toasting form. Is that true? Go, you go, big guys. Pose for the fans. Do you eat your own toast? Maybe my human form eats toast, but but I'll do the oh face again. Ooh. and then of course the Ikemen face. Yo, hey there, boys and girls. Should we sacrifice toasted or untoasted bread to you? Oh, you have to sacrifice untoasted bread to me so that it may pass through the divine power of a toaster and turn into toasted bread. Ah, yes, indeed. Ooh. Do toasters have genders or are they just toasters? Toasters don't have genders. Toasters don't have genders. The god of toasters. I projected my will into my avatar is a male human, so I guess right now you could think of me as male identifying. But toasters don't have genders. Why is this much better than expected, Virx? That's because it's made by an actual artist and actual Live2D rigger. I'm not sure if actual Live2D rigger is the correct term, but someone who's actually trying to be a Live2D rigger as opposed to me just like shitting around in MS Paint, you know? Half closed eye and blush. No, I don't have that set up right now, unfortunately. Yeah. And what else do I have? Oh, I guess that was all the expressions, huh? Imagine a toaster body pillow. You want to? Yeah, it's filled with feathers from. Oh wait, you can see my mouse cursor. Holy shit. Yeah. It's filled with feathers made from my wings. You know. God, a toaster's pillows. It's heavenly soft. Just hug your toaster, clean crumbs out first. Just hug your toaster. Yeah, that'll be. Yeah, just use your toaster as a pillow. I'm sure that will be good for your neck and head and back. I'm sure it will be completely, perfectly fine. You won't hurt yourself at all. Nope, I promise you won't hurt yourself at all. Nope. Okay, last animation. In goes bread, out pops toast. Bah! That's how toaster roasts. What happens when you put cake in a toaster? What kind of cake? You mean like a birthday cake? Jeez, that would be terrible. Don't do that. Why does your power cord not get an upgrade? It does get an upgrade. It's like slightly more 3D than before now. What do you want us to do? Draw like a power bank or something? Draw like a generator and plug myself into a generator? Are Pop-Tarts acceptable to put in a toaster? Yes, of course. Pop-Tarts are made to be toasted in a generator. It conducts better? No, actually, in my original debut stream, my power cord was already made of perfect superconductor. It's always made of perfect superconductor. How else would I be the imperfect embodiment of a toaster? Yeah. Okay, screenshot time's over. No more blue screen for you guys. Oh, hello mouse. Hello mouse cursor. Wirelessly powered? No, I'm powered by thoughts. Okay, I guess I'll just leave it on that one. Flap, 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 bonk. Yeah. But thank you everyone. Thank you that's a lot of eyes. 8 whole eyes. The more to see you better with. Yeah. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming to my new outfit reveal, and thank you for those who were here for the first half as well, the storytelling half. Yeah. If you missed the actual reveal itself, it happens about 30 minutes into the VOD. It is super awesome. You definitely have to go back and see the actual reveal scene itself. If you haven't, I really highly recommend you go do it. I kind of want to talk about that. I put a lot of work into that. I think I spent like almost a week or 2 weeks setting all that stuff up and like preparing and practicing and whatnot. I mean, it's still pretty scuffed in some places, but I think I did the best I could for the limited amount of time I had. Yeah. Turn the stool into a throne for the upgrade. Maybe. Toaster talking about his boyfriend. What are you talking about? Paki'ei is just a loser. I actually don't think Paki'ei is ever going to come up in another Tales from the Astral Causeways again. Boyfriend. Toaster's boyfriend. There's like a lot. So in I talked about Ibeya as usual because Ibeya is like one of the places I stayed in the most during my travels, right? In future episodes of Tales from the Astral Causeways, there will be a lot more characters that get introduced in Ibeya. Yeah, I think right now all we have are Aranche and Paki'ei, but neither of those two astral beings were actually somebody that I was like super good friends with or anything. There are a lot of other beings in Ibeya that I made good friends with, and I hope to be able to talk about them some other time in another volume of Tales from the Astral Causeways. Yeah. Nice wings. Thank you. I spent a lot of time cleaning them up for this reveal. Those characters better be chart illustrators. No, this VTuber thing is completely separate from my charting thing. Hello? Come on. Nom nom nom. Can't wait. Yeah. Writing the stories takes me a long time. But I was really glad to have something to pair Volume 2 up with, you know? Like, using Volume 2 for this outfit reveal thing was like a flash of inspiration that I had, because I was thinking about like, man, every single VTuber outfit reveal always has like, you know, 30 minutes of hype and build up, right? So I needed my own way to have hype and build up, and then I was like, wait a minute, I have Tales from the Astral Causeways, I can build that into it. Yeah. If you are a toaster, how do you play arcade without breaking the device? Please go back and watch the first half. I have a human form. I have a human avatar. I have a human avatar, and man, do I have to draw this diagram? I might as well use this time to draw a diagram. New slide. Okay, no, not that. How the fuck do I draw a diagram? You know what? panel was very tokusatsu-like. Yeah, you can see where I drew my inspirations from. Actually, like, I wasn't really thinking that hard when I first started writing it, but then like halfway through, I was like, holy shit, this is like Power Rangers or like Precure or something. And then I realized halfway through that it literally was Precure. Yeah, I was really inspired a lot by the fights in tokusatsu shows for that. Oh no, what just happened? Huh? Okay, let me add window capture, I think. MS Paint? No, not MS Paint. Where is it? I want yes, Paint Tool Sci. Hello. Hello, Paint Tool Sci. God of Toasters and Google Slides. Google Slides are versatile. Google Slides are versatile. Don't shit on me for using Google Slides. I also gotta put this underneath my wings. Where the hell am I? Ah, there we go. Alright, because all you guys always keep going like, how do you have Toaster when you run for president? Sorry, the only president in my heart is John Fortnite Kennedy. The real best president of the United States. John Fortnite Kennedy. No JFK. John Fortnite Kennedy. This is actually Paint Tool Sci, not MS Paint. Yeah, okay, so Astral Plane is up here, and this is the mortal plane, right? So in the Astral Plane, there is a conceptual being, Toaster, the god of toasters. Yeah? This is me, Toaster God. Toaster God. Astral being, right? So the astral being Toaster God uses projects his will into a human being on Earth, and this is who I usually refer to as my human form, but the more accurate way to put it is that he's my avatar, right? And then what an avatar is explained a bit earlier in this stream, so you can go back and check out that section. And then this avatar is using, or here's a PC. Okay, this is a PC. Shut up. And here's a webcam. He's using a webcam and a PC to I must make this fancy now, to project an image as a Live2D toaster. Yes. That's how this works. That's how this works. That's how this works. So when people ask like, how do you play Archaea when you don't have hands? Well, I do have hands. The human form has hands, right? Yeah. See, what are those? See, hands. Toaster handpicks. So you're a toaster projected on a human projected on a toaster. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But this imagery is just yeah. 4 monitors where, oh, okay. I actually have a second monitor here. And then I have like an actual stool over here, and there's another monitor on this stool. and my chair is like over here. Here's where my chair is. Oh. Yeah. Is it possible for you to enter the mortal plane, or can you only project an avatar? I can only project an avatar. And like mortal plane and astral plane beings can like perceive each other if they have the correct things. But wait, correct things? Yeah, but humans are not very well equipped to perceive the astral, if at all. They're not equipped to perceive the astral at all. So like and astral beings tend to have more like magical powers or things that you would call magic. So we can like like project our will into a human, or like if there's like a real toaster, because I'm the god of toasters, this toaster generates like conceptual and like thought energy, right? And then I have like a radar radius around toasters. Yeah, 1 chunk. It's actually 2 chunks, sorry. 2 chunks radius. Does your human form use a gaming chair or the legendary plastic chair? I just have a regular office chair. It's nothing special. What happens if humans go to the mortal plane? Humans are in the mortal plane though, yeah. If you're a god, do you have a religion? This was covered in Tales Volume 1, I think. Gods do not necessarily have to have a religion. Man, I might as well just explain it over because Tales number 1 is actually kind of scuffed. Whenever there are mortal beings, like a bunch of humans, and they're all thinking about the same thing, right? So all of them are thinking about toasters. Yeah, they think about one concept. It has to be the same concept. And so all of this stuff, all of these thoughts, they generate thought energy in the astral plane, and this is a thought energy that represents toasters. Yeah, so when you get a bunch of this thought energy and you gather it all up, they basically have like gravity, and they like form together and turn into a god, and that would be the god of toasters. Except that's not what happened here, because there actually was not enough thought energy about toasters to naturally form a god. I'm actually the god of the Toastarians, if you remember, and so like there's a lot of thought energy about toasters, so that's why I decided to take that as my domain, right? It's basically like free food for me. So does this work with fictional characters? Actually, yes. Yes. If you think enough about a fictional character, they can become a god. I won't put any names out there, but I can only think of like 1 or 2 times this has actually happened. Wait, if they're fiction... Yeah. Because the problem with fictional characters is that, well, the thing about god types is that the thought energy has to be like exactly the same, right? It has to be like exactly the same. Like when you see a toaster, everyone basically has the same concept of what a toaster is. But when it's a fictional character, people have different ideas of what that fictional character is like, so it can't collapse together because it's a different type of thought energy. There's only been a very small single-digit number of times, probably on Earth. I've never looked into this, so I'm not sure. But it's probably around a single-digit number of times that a fictional character has been thought about so much that they turn into an astral being. Yeah. Say like VTubers. The problem with VTubers is that they're a real person. They're a real person pretending to be someone else. So it doesn't... I don't... Yes, this lines up with most beliefs for religions doesn't have to exist, but the deity exists because many people think about it and believes about it. Yeah, it's like based off of that concept. What happens if people go to the astral plane? Well, again, normally speaking, astral and mortal beings can't cross into each other's planes, but there is a way for... Oh, right, this like also goes in with the VTuber thing. If there is... Oh, hold on, let me move this off to the side. Let me move all this stuff off to the side a little bit. If there is a mortal being, if there's like a mortal being, I'm gonna give him a sword and a cape. Okay, like if there's a mortal being that is thought about by a lot of people, right? That kind of has the same effect as how god types are born, right? It generates a lot of thought energy of the same type. And I did mention in this volume that all astral beings are basically just a bunch of thought energy collapsing into itself. But the problem is this thought energy is already like it has like a weak association with a consciousness already. So basically what happens is that after this guy dies, right? After he dies, RIP, if he or she or they, if the person that's thought about a lot has a lot of people thinking about them, they kind of become a legendary figure and they ascend into the astral plane. All of this stuff will collapse together and turn into the person. Here's their sword and cape, right? This is called ascension, and this is what an ascended type is. I mentioned ascended types. This is what an ascended type astral being is. Yeah. I think I mentioned 2 ascended types during the story. One of them was... No, I didn't mention a specific one, but the guy I just fought like half an hour ago or almost an entire hour ago, the guy I fought an hour ago was an ascended type of the Grand Chaos. Yeah. That big black blob. You know how my planet had that crater on it? Yeah. Those guys, those dudes, yeah. They had an ascended type that they sent to chase after me all the way to Earth, I think is what happened. I'm not really sure why there was someone chasing after me. That's kind of spooky, to be honest. Fighting him was very hard. Yeah. But generally speaking, god types have the most power. Ascended types don't have as much power because their concept is still tainted with their mortality, right? I mean, they're immortal like all other astral beings, but ascended types are generally considered to be in the middle, I think, in terms of strength. Yeah. And then I also talked about wait, I want to do this as well. Paki'ei. Paki'ei he's a mix between a mist type and amalgam type. If I were to describe him more closely, it's like there's just like two tiny fucking slivers of thought energy, and somehow they merge together to form Paki'ei. Typeless. Yeah. I don't want I feel bad for like shitting on Paki'ei, but yeah. Do all toasters have toaster as their name? No, most toasters don't have a name. Toasters don't have names. What are you talking about? I'm just Toaster, the god of toasters. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, goodbye, Phantom. Yeah, I think I should be wrapping up soon as well. I actually didn't plan on talking about all this lore stuff, but I guess it did happen. I guess I did have to talk about how this works. Paki'ei typeless sounds like a super boss, but the problem, no, you see, the problem is in the astral plane, not having a type is what makes you shitty. So he's like he's not even a super boss. He's like one of those like ambient creatures, like a rat running around in like World of Warcraft or something that has 1 HP, and you hit them, and then they just instantly die. They don't even drop anything. The super bosses would probably be like Leviathan types or something like that, maybe? Leviathan types would probably be super bosses. They're still not as powerful as god types, but god types would be like the end game types. But if you want something like a dragon with like 50 health bars, then that would be the Leviathan types. Yeah. Paki'ei is drooling. Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna wrap up around here. Yes. I keep saying like bye and thank you. I think this is like the 3rd time I've said that. But yes, really, thank you everyone for sticking around. Thank you for coming to my outfit reveal stream. Look at how awesome I look now. Thank you to Ink, and yeah. I'm a toasty roasty roaster who roasts a toast to make toasty roast. In goes bread, out pops toast. Bah! And that's how toaster roasts. Bye bye. Bye bye. Ah. Wah. Toast to toaster, and may you all be blessed with plausibly deniable toaster-related miracles. This is definitely not a secret ending. If you're still here, don't forget to make a shrine to the god of toasters, or else I'll toast your fingers off. Tee hee, tee hee, tee hee, tee hee, tee hee.